RC Robbin. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. This is a created franchise. As you can see, the Avengers are 2 games out of first place. The standings are right on the screen. The Avengers have taken the place of the San Diego Padres in the National League East. West. What am I saying? National League West. Avengers are 42 and 25, 2 games back behind the Dodgers. Let's jump into the calendar, get into the next game in the schedule. After a day off, it's 3 games at Milwaukee against the Brewers. Game 1. Let's do this. Play game. All preceding games will be simulated. You want to continue? Okay. Play full game. We are the away team at Miller Park. Presentation. Retractable roof is closed. Tom Hiddleston, Loki, is the starting pitcher. Everybody looks good. Let's do this. So I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases, and the difficulty setting for pitching and hitting is set to All-Star, which is somewhere right in the middle. I'm in this to have fun. 162 plus. No skipped innings, no simulated games, all of them on YouTube. This is game number 68, if I'm not mistaken, out of 162 plus. I say plus because I hope to make the playoffs and win the World Series. We'll see what happens. So welcome to Miller Park as the Hollywood Avengers visit the Milwaukee Brewers. On the mound for the Brew Crew, Catfish Hunter making his 14th start of the season. Record is 7-2 with a 3.82 earned run average. Leading off for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie cut the check. Mackie's hitting .324, 9 homers, 40 RBIs. Plays shortstop for the Avengers. Comes first pitch from Catfish. And he fouls it back for strike 1.
First pitch, 640.
And it's a fly ball to center field. Routine play for the center fielder. Makes the catch for the first out of the ball game. Starting lineup for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie led off. He's the shortstop. Tom Holland's the second. Chris Evans is the catcher. Chadwick Boseman is the third baseman. Robert Downey Jr. is at first base. DH is Mark Ruffalo. Idris Elba's in left. Dave Bautista's in right. And Don Cheadle is batting ninth and playing center field. Tom Holland, .364, 9 homers, 46 RBIs. Here comes the pitch. Swinging and miss out in front of the slider. Strike 1. The Brewers are 43 and 22. That's good for his first place in the NL Central. 2 first place. No, I wish it was first place ball clubs. And it's a deep drive from Spider-Man, but playable. He makes the catch in left for out number 2. Looks like Luis Gonzalez, but we shall see. Chris Evans, .302, 8 homers, 32 RBIs. Catcher batting from the right side against the left side against the righty Catfish Hunter. In there, high, but called the strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. Low, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Chris Evans is Steve Rogers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Catfish Hunter, not a Hall of Famer, but an All-Star who played for the New York Yankees. And he skies it, popped it up to short left field. Shortstop makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Catfish. Half inning complete. Here at Miller Park, the Avengers nothing. Milwaukee coming to bat. So on the mound for the Avengers is Loki, Tom Hiddleston. He's 8-3, 4.11 earned run average. And the leadoff hitter is Alan Trammell, .294, 20 homers, 47 RBIs. Here comes first pitch from Loki. Fastball in there, strike 1. The Avengers are 42 and 25, second place in the National League West. That is Chris Evans, the first Avenger behind the plate. Here comes a pitch from Hiddleston. Grounded to short, his counterpart Mackie fields, fires, and there's 1 away. Nice play by Anthony Mackie at short. Starting lineup for the Brewers, Alan Trammell's at short, Jeff McNeil is at second, Lou Gehrig's at first, Luis Gonzalez is in left, Rafael Devers at third, Garrett Cooper is the DH, Mitch Henniger's in right. Roberto Perez is the catcher. And Barrett Barnes, batting ninth, playing center field. Jeff McNeil, 332, 11 homers, 38 RBIs. Good production. Deep drive, but curling out of play for a strike. So that's good production for a second baseman. Shallow fly ball to center field. Racing in is nice catch by War Machine Don Cheadle for the out number 2. Shoestring catch in left center field. Nice play. So 2 outs, bases empty, and up steps the Iron Horse Lou Gehrig. 336, 22 homers, 55 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Late on the fastball, slices out of play for strike 1. Lou Gehrig was a mainstay for the New York Yankees in the 1930s. Hard ground ball, base hit through center field. It's a 2-out single for the Brewers. And the inning will continue. Here's a replay.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Louis.
So Luis Gonzalez, left fielder, steps up to the plate. Luis is hitting .308, 23 homers, 57 RBIs. Comes the pitch. Sinking fastball, low, ball 1. Slider inside, count as 2 balls and no strikes. So after getting the first 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, gives up a single to Lou Gehrig and is now down 2-0 to Gonzalez. And he pulls the fastball foul, 2-1. Out in front of the changeup, count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eric Summersgill is the home plate umpire, calling balls and strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads off first. No score. Bottom of the first inning here at Miller Park. And he yanks the fastball foul. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's a deep drive. Back goes Idris Elba. Running catch to retire the side. Hit it right on the nose, but nice play by Hemdahl in left field. At the end of 1, there's no score. Leading off the top of the second, the late, great Chadwick Boseman, hitting .343 with 9 homers on the season. Here comes the first pitch. Out in front of the slider, strike 1. It's 8 for his last 24. That's a .333 clip. High. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chadwick Boseman lost his battle with colon cancer in 2020. He will be Black Panther forever. Pulls the slider, deep but foul. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. He'll live forever in Avengers baseball. And he rolls it over down the left field line. Foul territory. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. So top of the second, no score here in this first game of a 3-game series. And he's late on the slicing, breaking ball out of play. Here comes the next pitch. And it's in the dirt, swings, blocked nicely. Catcher throws to first, in time, 1 away.
That's it. The first baseman, number 12.
Just disappeared. Hit the dirt, requiring that strike him out, throw him out from the catcher. So next up is Robert Downey Jr. 281, 8 homers, 34 RBIs. Plays first base. He is Tony Stark in the MCU. And he yanks the inside, breaking ball, foul, strike 1. And he flares it to left. Running play for Gonzalez. He makes the catch for out number 2. 2 quick outs for Hunter.
Number 84.
Next up is Mark Ruffalo. Mark Hitting .329, has a team-high 14 homers and 52 RBIs. Outside corner, strike one. Mark also plays catcher. Gives Chris Evans the occasional day off behind the plate. Fastball low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Pulls it foul. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Top of the second inning, no score here in Milwaukee. Struck him out swinging. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Catfish. It's a 1.5. Still no score. So we go to the bottom of the second. Third baseman Rafael Devers steps up to the plate. 273, 10 homers, 31 RBIs. Comes the pitch. And he yanks it foul, but drives it deep, pulls it down the right field line. Strike one. Fouls the 97-mile-an-hour fastball back. Counts quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Devers. I believe Devers plays for the Boston Red Sox in real life. Not 100% sure. And he slices it foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out swinging over the top of the breaking ball. First strike out of the game for Loki. There's the replay. It's inside off the plate. So next up is Garrett Cooper. .319 batting average, only 5 RBIs. He's obviously a part-time player. Fouls it back, strike one. Change up, outside corner, count is 0-2. Struck him out, tied him up inside with the 2-seam fastball. It's 2 away. Nasty pitch. Tied him up in knots. So 2 away, bases empty. Up steps Mitch Haniger. 278, 11 homers, 39 RBIs. He's the right fielder for the Brewers. Late on the fastball, ground ball, strike one. Slider off the plate, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Mitch Haniger may actually play for the Milwaukee Brewers in real life. I'm not 100% sure. And it's a fly ball to center field. There is Don Cheadle to retire the side. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Hiddleston. The end of 2 innings of play. Still no score. So we go to the top of the third. Up steps Idris Elba, hitting .280, 4 homers, 24 RBIs. Here comes the pitch from Catfish here in the top of the third. That's a line drive headed towards the left center field gap, and it will roll all the way to the wall. Hemdahl makes a turn to first, heads to second. It will be a stand-up double here in the top of the third to lead off the innings. Lead off the third inning, Idris Elba's 14th double of the season. Doubles leaders entering play. Spider-Man leads all Avengers with 19. As you can see, Elba is on the list. Welcome, Mr. Outlander. Thank you for joining the stream. Up next is Dave Bautista, hitting .313 on the season. He's Drax the Destroyer. Pitches outside, ball one. Dave has 7 homers and 30 RBIs. Plays right field for the Avengers. Ground ball to the right side, fielded, turns, fires, got him. So runner, it's a productive out as the runner moves to third with only 1 away. Strike. Thank you for your support, Outlander. It's always appreciated. So next up is the number 9 hitter, Don Cheadle. Center fielder hitting .312, has 8 homers on the season. He can get that runner home from third to break this scoreless tie without the benefit of a base hit. Fastball off the plate, ball 1. See if he can get the job done. Always. I really do appreciate it, in all seriousness. It's a ground ball to the hole and through. It is an RBI single for Don Cheadle, War Machine. And the tie is now broken. It's a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third for the MCU. He just kind of goes with it. Hits a ground ball with eyes through that left side between the shortstop and the third baseman. Didn't need to get a hit, but it'll do just the same. So Cheadle leads off first. Up next is the leadoff man, Mackey. Jams him, pops it up. Out into short center field is the second baseman. He makes the catch for out number 2. I literally got to drive to a different town, then head back, and I'm possibly going to do some Madden. Well, that's good. For those of you that are unaware, the Outlander is also a YouTube channel. Outlander Show does football. He does baseball. He does Mass Effect. He does Vigor. He does LA Noire. Pitch outside, no stealing, no advance on the base paths on the pitch out. Tom Holland's first on the team with a .363 batting average. Big lead at first for Cheadle. He's probably going. And he pulls the slider down the left field line. Foul ball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Holland. He's going. Pitches outside. Throw down is not in time. It's a stolen base for Don Cheadle. James Rhodes really steals it on the pitcher. It's a good throw, but really no chance to catch him at second base. So runner in scoring position for Holland. Count is 2-1.
Oh, that's too high.
Just high. 3 balls, 1 strike. It's a hitter's count for Spider-Man. Just gets a piece of the changeup. The count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner will lead off second. Here comes the payoff pitch to Spidey. Swing and a miss, struck him out on the high fastball to retire the side. But the Avengers do get a run. And after 2.5 innings of play, it's MCU leading 1-0. Mass Effect Andromeda was on sale, and I have the EA Sports Pass, so I got it for $2. Well, let me tell you, I'm not a fan of Mass Effect Andromeda, but for $2, I mean, there's really not much negative I can say about it. You can get a full-fledged game for $2. All power to you. Roberto Perez is the catcher for the Brewers. He's hitting just .201 on the season, 6 homers, 18 RBIs. He leads off here in the bottom of the third. And finds the edge for strike 1. Misses outside with the breaking ball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I did not enjoy Andromeda to the point where I actually didn't complete the game. I was so disappointed. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Perez. Swing and a miss, struck him out on the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. His 3rd strikeout of the game for Hiddleston. Wins leaders in the National League. His teammate, Thor Odinson, Chris Hemsworth, is tied for first with 11 wins. But as you can see, there's a 4-5 tie for second place. Hiddleston is tied with 4 other players with 8 wins. So Barrett Barnes, hitting .224, part-time player, steps up to the plate. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Base is empty. Fouls it back, strike 1. So yes, I just not a fan of Andromeda. I'm very much looking forward. Supposedly there's going to be a Mass Effect 4 coming out in a year or 2. I will definitely invest in that just to see what they're planning. Fingers are crossed. Slider off the plate, fouled off. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Barnes. So here comes the pitch from Hiddleston. And again, he fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Avengers just lost 2 out of 3 on the road against their rival, the Arizona Diamondbacks, looking to get back on their winning ways. Fouled off, count remains no balls and 2 strikes. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Fouled off, count remains 0-2 on Barnes. So this is a created franchise on MLB The Show. It's my intention to play all 162 games plus. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 away. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. That's 4th strikeout of the game for Tom Hiddleston. Here's the replay in real time. Terrible angle for a strikeout, but whatever. So 2 down, and the lineup turns over for the Milwaukee Brewers. Alan Trammell grounded out in the 1st. He's up there for his 2nd plate appearance. In there, strike 1. Alan Trammell was, I believe, a Hall of Fame shortstop that played for the Detroit Tigers in the 1980s. Championship in 1984. Misses the breaking ball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Trammell. And he breaks it. The bat goes flying. Out of the crouch, jumps Chris Evans, throws down to first to retire the side. So, 1-2-3 inning. The end of 3. It's the MCU leading 1-0. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the top of the 4th. Up steps the original Captain America, Chris Evans. Popped out in the 1st. He's 0 for 1. Comes the pitch from Catfish Hunter. And he yanks it, but into the seats for strike 1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Just off the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike. So the Avengers are 42-25, good for 2nd place. And he grounds it to the first baseman. Lou Gehrig fields it himself, takes it to the bag for 1 away. Pitch speed comparison brought to you by the Outlander Show. Tom Hiddleston is winning that matchup 97-92. He's also winning the game 1-0. Next up is Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. 1 away, bases empty. Here comes the pitch. The high and tight, swing and a miss, strike 1. In the dirt, low, 1 ball and 1 strike on Chadwick. Late on the fastball, sneaky fast, 93 on the radar gun. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Did he check it? Yes, he did. According to the first base umpire, the count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'm about 15 hours into Mass Effect 3, the Outlander says. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and there's 2 away. 4th strikeout of the game for Catfish. Next up is Tony Stark. He's 0 for 1 with a flyout in the 2nd inning. Iron Man. And that's the line drive over the head of the 2nd baseman and into the gap. Big turn at first, but he will hold. It is a 2-out single for the Avengers. Here's the replay. Big leg kick. Kind of golf swings it over the head of the 2nd baseman. Here's the replay. Thought he was going to catch it. I have not reached Mass Effect 3 yet. I just finished the Reaper IFF mission and met Legion. Mark Ruffalo step up to the plate. Just gets a piece of the slider strike now. Mark Ruffalo leads the Avengers in homers and RBIs. He's the catcher. He also plays a little DH. That ball is high. It is far. It is gonzo. That is a 2-run home run for Mark Ruffalo. Hulk smash, his 15th of the season, and just like that, the Avengers now have a 3-0 advantage here at Miller Park. Let's watch this replay. Boom! That's home run number 15 to lead the ball club. Oh. And Hunter knew it. The minute he let go of the pitch, he knew it. So next up is Idris Elba. Again, 2 away. Fastball is high, ball 1. Elba has a double and a run scored in this ball game. 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the 4th. Fouls off the slider. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, I haven't finished Mass Effect 2 yet. I'm taking my time. I don't want to rush it.
That's ball 2.
Pitch is high, 2-1. Because I know, just appreciating the game. And
Ball 3.
low, 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count. On deck is Drax the Destroyer, Dave Bautista. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss out. She's late on the fastball. Count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 4th. Ground ball through the box into center field. It's a 2-out single for Elba. And the inning will continue. Pitching coach for the Milwaukee Brewers takes that slow stroll out to the mound to give Catfish a breather. They'll discuss some strategy. Just basically stall for time, obviously. Drink my coffee. All right, so next up is Dave Bautista, 0 for 1. Runner leads off first, 2 away. 3-0 lead. And that's a line drive, base hit to center field. The runner will stop it for a second, so it'll be first and second now with 2 away. So they're continuing to threaten with 2 outs. Drax is 1 for 2. Inside pitch, kind of inside outs the pitch over the infield. So next up is Don Cheadle. Left-hander Marco Gonzalez is warming up in the bullpen for the Milwaukee Brewers. Blocked nicely by Roberto Perez, ball 1. Don Cheadle has an RBI single today. He has a runner in scoring position at second in Idris Elba. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Don's hitting .350 this season with runners in scoring position. So he's comfortable seeing that runner over at second. That's a slicing line drive headed towards left field, caught by Gonzalez to retire the side. But Mark Ruffalo puts 2 more runs on the board with this, a 2-run shot. And at the end of 3.5, it's the Avengers 3, the Brewers nothing. Leading off the bottom of the 4th is Jeff McNeil, the second baseman, 0 for 1.
Second baseman, number 6.
Loki has a 3-0 lead. Grounder to the third baseman. T'Challa throws to first in time, 1 pitch, 1 away. Routine play for Black Panther.
Up next for Milwaukee.
Next up is Lou Gehrig. Lou had a single in the first inning. You always know those old-time players from the fact that they wear no gloves, no batting gloves when they get up to the plate. The pitch is in there for strike 1. Out in front of the changeup, swing and a miss. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Gehrig. Something that I'm trying to think of a major league player from recent past that didn't wear gloves. Jorge Posada, the catcher for the New York Yankees in the 1990s, didn't wear gloves. Fouls it off. Count remains 0-2. Trying to think of other players that didn't wear gloves. Can't seem to come to mind. Comes a pitch from Loki. Out in front of the slider. Struck him out swinging his 2 away. That's Tom Hiddleston's 5th strikeout of the game. Again, another terrible angle for a strikeout. Should be from over the shoulder of the pitcher every time. So, left fielder Luis Gonzalez, 2001 World Series MVP. In there, strike 1. 0 for 1 with the line out. He was, I think, had the game-winning hit in Game 7 of the World Series in 2001. Slider in there. Count is 0-2. Luis Gonzalez is not a Hall of Famer, but World Series champion, MVP. Not too shabby. Ground ball up the middle and through. It is a 2-out single for Gonzalez, and the inning continues. We have a runner at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Again, just a ground ball with eyes, bounce up the middle, out of the reach of Spider-Man at second base. Next up is Rafael Devers, who struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Looked low, looked inside, but called a strike by Eric Summersgill behind the plate. Count is 0 and 1. Again, swing and a miss. The slider, 0 and 2. Loki's got some sharp stuff on the mound today. You can just see it. Runner leads off first.
That's a ball.
Changeup just misses off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Reaches out, fouls off that 2-seam fastball. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Devers. Checks his swing, but found the inside corner, struck him out looking. Devers cannot believe the call. Nevertheless, the side is retired. At the end of 4 innings of play, it's the MCU leading 3-0. This is Avengers baseball. Leading off the top of the 5th, Anthony Mackie, 0 for 2. Anthony Mackie is the new Captain America. That ball is high. Back to the track, the wall looking up. Caught at the wall. He gave it a ride, but it died on the warning track. Mitch Haniger makes the catch in right field. So with 1 away, up steps Spider-Man. Tom Holland was 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a fly out. Here comes the pitch from Catfish. Oh, hits him. Oh, my goodness. He doesn't look like he likes that. So we have a base runner. Up next is Chris Evans, 0 for 2. Chris Evans, the first Avenger, the original Captain America. Spidey leads off first, throw to first, in time. Back in time, that is. Evans hits from the left side against the righty Catfish, switch hitter. Again, another throw to first. Fastball, I thought it would be outside, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0 and 1. My goodness, big strike zone today from Summersgill. Pitch out, but nothing doing. Holland was not stealing on the pitch, so the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the 5th, 3-0 lead for Marvel. Here comes the pitch to Evans. Ground ball to second baseman, flips over to second for 1, back to first. Double play. Side is retired. So 4-6-3 DP. After 4.5, Hollywood Avengers continue to lead 3-0. So, since we can't hear Heidi Watney, the sideline reporter, I'll take this time to say thank you for watching. This is Shenanigans with RC Robbin. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. If you're not interested in baseball, please take your time on the YouTube channel and check out some of my playlists. Lots of other video games, including Dungeons and Dragons, which is the tabletop role-playing game. So, as we return to the game, Garrett Cooper steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 1, he struck out in the second. He leads off here in the bottom of the 5th. Here comes the pitch from Loki. In there, strike 1, 95 on the radar gun.
At the ball.
Slider off the plate. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Milwaukee Brewers are in first place in the National League Central. Well, that's a line drive. Base hit to left field. Fielded by Idris Elba. He gets it back in quickly. So it's his leadoff single here in the bottom of the 5th. For the Brewers. Flew out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Late on the fastball, slices out of play for strike 1. Breaking ball in there, strike 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, struck him out swinging. That's strikeout number 7 for Hiddleston today in 4 1/3 innings pitched. He brought the sharp pitches out of the bullpen today. So next up, Roberto Perez, who struck out in the 30s, 0 for 1. Runner at first, 1 away. Here's the pitch. That's a deep drive. Back goes Idris to the track, the wall, looking up. Off the wall. So they held up. The runners will not score because they weren't sure if the left fielder was going to make a catch at the wall. So now it'll be second and third here with 1 away. He actually could have caught that ball. A strong throw to third, but just offline. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Milwaukee Brewers. Tying run comes to the plate in Barrett Barnes, who struck out in the 30s, 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Strike 1, 97 on the radar gun. Barnes is hitting only .220 this season. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Quickly, 0-2. Needs a strikeout, needs a pop-up. But he doesn't get it. That ball, 0-2 pitch, down the right field line, goes all the way to the right field corner. 2 runs will score. It is a 1-out, 2-run double. He's going to third. No, check that. It's a 2-run triple. His first of the season, and just like that, it is a 3-2 ball game for MCU with the tying run at third with only 1 out. Up next is Alan Trammell. Alan is 0 for 2. That was a fastball high, ball 1. So a 3-0 ball game suddenly on the verge of becoming a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. All with 1 out. And that's a line drive base hit, and this ball game is tied on the RBI single by Alan Trammell. And just like that, the 3-run lead evaporates here in the bottom of the 5th. This ball game is knotted at 3. Hard ground ball, base hit through the box. And I think what we'll do is we will send the managers a mound visit. We'll send the pitching coach to have a little conversation with Tom Hiddleston as Jeff McNeil steps into the batter's box as 0 for 2. Fastball inside corner, strike 1. Jeff has hitting .329. He has 11 stolen bases on the season. It's going. Throw down to second is high. Stolen base for Trammell. So now Trammell is in scoring position at second. He is the go-ahead run in scoring position. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on McNeil. Comes the pitch from Loki. Misses low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So again, runner at second, 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. 3-3 tie. And he pops him up in the infield. Chadwick is there. He makes the catch for out number 2. No advance on the bases. So next up is Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig. 1 for 2 with a single. Hard ground ball fielded by Mackey. Cut the check. Throws to first. Side retired. But Milwaukee makes it a game at the end of 5. We have a tie ball game. It's 3-3 here in Miller Park. So we go to the top of the 6th. Up steps Chadwick Boseman, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
The third baseman, number 1.
Slow roller to the shortstop, fielded, throws across, in time, 1 pitch, 1 away. Nice play by Trammell. Next up, Robert Downey Jr. is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. And he hits a deep drive to right, but playable for Haniger. In front of the warning track, he makes the catch. 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
The batter, number 84.
So Mark Ruffalo steps up to the plate for his third plate appearance, 1 for 2. He hit his 15th homer, a 2-run homer in this game. And he swings at the pitch, and center fielder makes the catch. It's a 3-pitch inning here for Catfish Hunter. After 5.5, it's a 3-3 tie. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Luis Gonzalez is 1 for 2 with a single. Steps up. Here comes the pitch. Fastball inside, off the plate, ball 1. Slider in there, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss over the top of the changeup, count is 1 and 2. Oh, he went too far. Pitch was outside off the plate. Couldn't hold back the swing. Struck him out. He gets strikeout number 8. So with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, Rafael Devers steps up to the plate. He's got 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. Inside corner, strike 1. Will he have the hat trick today? Let's see. No, he won't. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. And just like that, on Rafael Devers' 11th homer of the season, a solo shot, the Milwaukee Brewers have come all the way back to take a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Avengers jump out to a 3-0 lead early on, and now they are trailing 4-3. Here's the replay. Oof. Crushed it. I think it's time to get somebody up in the bullpen. Manager's office bullpen. Sam Jackson, Ed Norton.
Garrett Cooper.
Next up is Garrett Cooper, 1 for 2. Pulls the foul, strike 1. So it looked like a good start for Tom Hiddleston.
Outside.
Breaking ball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. He looked sharp, has a few strikeouts to the tally, but he got unraveled in the 5th and the 6th innings. Slider inside corner, count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sometimes you can't predict baseball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 away. I think that might be strikeout. Yep, strikeout number 9. So he's given up 4 runs in 5 2/3 innings. Struck out 9. So tale of 2 games. So 2 away. Mitch Haniger's 0 for 2. Here comes the pitch. Fouls it back, strike 1. Slider high, but called a strike. Count is 0-2 on Haniger.
Nope.
Slider misses outside and low. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Line drive over the head of the first baseman and heading down the right field line into the corner. Fielded by Drax, he throws to second. It's a 2-out double for Mitch Haniger. And there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, and the inning will continue. And that might be all for Hiddleston. Just over the leaping attempt by Robert Downey Jr. at first base. And Haniger was going to second the whole way. Line drive down the right field line. So as Roberto Perez steps up to the plate, this call to the bullpen is brought to you by the Outlander Show. 3 righties in a row. We'll bring in Ed Norton. So in relief is the man to play the Incredible Hulk first in the MCU. It's Ed Norton. Well, obviously Eric Bana came out with a movie, but that wasn't a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. Ed Norton is 0-1 with a 4.50 earned run average. He's here to get this man out. Roberto Perez. Fastball, 98 on the radar gun. Looked low, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Perez is 1 for 2 with a double today. Ground ball, one hop to the first baseman, fielded by Tony. He takes it himself to retire the side, but the Brewers take the lead on a solo home run by Rafael Devers at the end of 6. It's the Brewers 4, the Avengers 3. Tough road trip for the MCU so far. So we go to the top of the 7th. Up steps Idris Elba, who was 2 for 2 today, a single and a double. Leading off against Catfish, who's still on the mound. Swings and misses at a high fastball, strike 1. A little anxious. Pitch was out of the strike zone. Again chases another high fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Just challenging him with the fastball. And this time he rolls over on it to the third baseman. Devers throws to first. 1 away. Next up is Drax, the Destroyer, 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th inning. Fastball low, ball 1. So it's a 4-3 lead here in this first game of a 3-game series at Miller Park. Here in the bottom, check that top of the 7th. Fouls off the fastball, count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Batista. Batista was a former WWE professional wrestler. And this time he hits it high and deep, but it is curling, foul, out of play, strike 2. Pitch count is relatively good for Catfish. This is pitch number 70. Fastball outside, count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he pops him up. In foul territory, Gehrig on the first base side is there, and there's 2 away. So Don Cheadle with an RBI single today. He is 1 for 2. He steps in with 2 outs and bases empty. Here comes the pitch. And this ball is high. It is far. It's headed down that line. It's gonzo. That is a game-tying solo home run from Don Cheadle. War Machine. It's home run number 9. And just like that, here in the top of the 7th inning, we have a game that's now tied at 4. Hit a breaking ball down the right field line that just made it over that fence in the right field corner near the foul pole. Let's watch this replay. Bang. Low. Just made it over that 345 sign in the corner. So the lineup turns over. Next up is Anthony Mackie. He's 0 for 3. Takes a fastball for strike 1. Mackie is 0 for 3 today. Sam Wilson in the MCU.
Nope, at the ball.
Slider tries to backdoor the strike zone, but just misses off the plate, or at least according to the home plate umpire, count is 1-1. And he hits a drive to right, and it's just going and going. It's 1 out to the wall. He's going to stop at second. He could have made third, but with 2 outs, he's going to have a stand-up double. That's Anthony Mackie's 15th double. It's an 8-game hitting streak for Anthony Mackie. He's 1 for 4. Here's the replay. It looked like it was going to be caught based on the reaction from the right fielder, Mitch Haniger, but it just took off. Kept going, 1 hop to the fence. And by the time he got the ball back into the infield, he was easily standing on second. And the manager of the Milwaukee Brewers has seen enough, and he wants the right-hander. He's going to the bullpen. So Catfish, the game is tied, so it's a no decision at the moment. But he is responsible for that runner at second base. Should that runner score, then he'll be in line for the loss. Out of the bullpen for the Brewers is Diego Castillo, who's pitched in 31 games. Record is 2-3 with a 5.77 earned run average. So up next for the Avengers is Tom Holland. He's 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch today, but officially he is 0 for 2. Swinging and miss at the high fastball. Strike 1, 98 on the radar gun. Runner leads off second. 4-4 ball game here in the 7th. Inside corner, swinging and miss, strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Tom Holland, however, with runners in scoring position this first 2 months of the season, is hitting .529 with runners in scoring position. My goodness. Inside, off the plate, count is 1-2. Throwing in the high 90s. Castillo is. Sets. And he skies it to right. This one is playable. Haniger makes the catch to retire the side. So get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch here at Miller Park. We have a tie ball game. It's 4-4. So as we go to the bottom of the 7th, up steps Barrett Barnes, who has a triple and 2 runs batted in today. 1 for 2. Fastball outside corner from Ed Norton, strike 1. I don't know what happened to Ed Norton as to why they went from Ed Norton to Mark Ruffalo, but I'm honestly glad they did. Fouls it off. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Barnes. Ed Norton's a good actor, but thinking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the role that Mark Ruffalo has played, honestly can't see the role being played by anybody else. Fastball, 100 miles an hour on the radar gun, foul back. Count remains 0-2. And he grounds it up the first base line. It is a foul ball. And we'll do it again. Strike 3 called. Sinky fastball in outside corner. Struck him out looking. And there's 1 away. I don't know if it was a strike or not. Here's the replay. I mean, it's close. Too close to take with 2 strikes. But maybe the lineup turns over for the Brewers. Up steps Alan Trammell, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI single. 1 out, bases empty, 4-4 ball game. Misses inside with the fastball, 1-0. Sinking fastball outside, 2-0. In there, strike 1, count as 2 balls and 1 strike. Oh, swings and misses over the top of the breaking ball. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes on Alan Trammell. Slow roller to the right side, fielded by Spider-Man. Holland throws to first, and there are 2 away. Nice play by the second baseman. So next up is Jeff McNeil, second baseman for the Brewers. He's 0 for 3 today. Batting average dips to 328 with the 0 for 3. Fastball in there, strike 1. And he pulls it foul. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on McNeil. Ground ball up the middle, fielded in the dirt, scooped nicely by Robert Downey Jr. to retire the side. Nice play by that first baseman at the end of 7 innings of play. Still, we have a tie ball game. The game is knotted at 4. So before Chris Evans, who is 0 for 3, steps up to the plate, I'm going to pause the game and go to the manager's office and the bullpen. Lefty, lefty, lefty. So Samuel L. Jackson was scheduled to put him in the game. He's going to pitch the next half inning. The manager, since we are in the 8th inning, I'm going to go back to the bullpen and also warm up Jeremy Renner, who is the closer, just in case. So leading off here in the top of the 8th is Chris Evans. Fouls off the sinking fastball for strike 1. Chris Evans' average with the 0 for 3 has dipped below the 300 mark, 298. Again, fouls off the fastball. Count is 0-2 on Evans. And this time he fouls it down the first base line. Count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Inside off the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Attendance here at Miller Park, 38,990 in attendance, not a sellout. I think a sellout somewhere in the 40s. And he swings and jams him, but he pulls it down the right field line out of play. Count remains 1-2. Nasty pitcher. Swing and a miss in the dirt, bounces out of the crouches. Perez, he throws to first in time. Strike him out, throw him out for out number 1 here in the top of the 8th. Starter comparison, as you can see, it's pretty close. Hiddleston and Catfish both gave up 4 earned runs, gave up 8 hits, so pretty much a tie. Both of them will get a no decision. So next up is Chadwick Boseman, who's 0 for 3 today. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Fastball outside, ball 1. That was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Castillo. Just gets a piece of the sinking fastball. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Slider in there, strike 2. Very quickly, I like to show once a game options, gameplay. Hitting difficulty is set to All-Star, and the pitching difficulty is set to All-Star. I like to show that once a game just for accountability's sake. We are tied at 4-4 here in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Missed 2 away. Nasty breaking ball. Just disappeared from that strike zone. Here's the replay. So with 2 away, up steps Robert Downey Jr., left-handed hitter, 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored today. Late on the fastball, fouls it down the left field line, strike 1. Fastball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tony Stark, the man who started it all. Slider finds the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. 4-4 lead, 4-4 game. And he pulls the low pitch down the right field line. Again, it is a foul ball. Lots of swings and misses, lots of foul balls in this game. And this time again, he, ahead of the breaking ball, lines it into the seats, and we will do it again. Here comes the pitch from Castillo. High fly ball to right. Haniger is underneath it. He makes the catch to retire the side. So we will go to the bottom of the 8th. This game's tied at 4. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. Coming in the bottom of the 8th is Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury. His record is 2-4 with a 4.10 earned run average. Left-handed pitcher will face the lefty Lou Gehrig, who is 1 for 3 with a single today. Here comes the pitch from Nick Fury. Curveball in there, strike 1. Misses high with the knuckler. Floats in there high. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Misses with the fastball. Low. 2 balls, 1 strike. And he fouls off the 2-seam fastball down the left field line. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouls it off. And he pops it up down the left field line. Racing over into the corner is Chadwick. Black Panther makes the catch on the left field line in short left field for the first out. So Luis Gonzalez is 1 for 3 with a single today. Steps up. Here comes the pitch. Cut fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. He doesn't like the call. He's arguing with the home plate umpire. Knuckler is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a 4-4 game here in this first game of a 3-game set at Miller Park. We are in the bottom of the 8th. And he tries to wait on that knuckleball and fouls it back. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls back. The battle between Luis Gonzalez and Samuel L. Jackson. There's no snakes in this game. That's a line drive headed towards the right field. On the track, Drax makes the catch. 2 away. Line drive. Hit it hard. Batista, with his back to the ball, makes a turn at the fence, makes the catch. 2 away. So, Rafael Devers, 1 for 3 with a solo homer in the 6th. At the time, he had given his team a 4-3 lead. Steps up again, this time with a 4-4 tie. Screwball outside and low, ball 1. Fouls the cut fastball upstairs behind home plate. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a line drive to center. There is Cheadle. War Machine makes the catch to retire the side. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Nick Fury. The end of 8 innings of play. Game's tied at 4. So we go to the top of the 9th. In relief for the Brewers is Dan Atavia. 5-1 with a 4.38 earned run average. He will face Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo was 1 for 3. The 1 was a big one, a 2-run home run. Here comes the pitch. Pitch is on the outside corner, strike 1. And he skies it, slicing out of play, strike 2. Count as no balls and 2 strikes on the Hulk.
That's a ball.
Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Slider outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he pulls it, backhanded by Devers from foul territory. Long throw, in time, 1 away. Here in the top of the 9th. Nice play by Devers at third. Next up is Idris Elba, who's 2 for 3 as a single and a double today. Fastball low, ball 1. 2 right-handers warming, getting loose in the Brewers bullpen. Jake Faria and Mark Melanson, Melanson, I think probably. And he skies it to right. Back goes Haniger, but he makes the catch. 2 away. 2 quick outs here for Atavia. So Dave Batista's 1 for 3 with a single. Steps up with 2 outs and the base is empty. Pitch is low, ball 1. High fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike on Batista. And he lines it foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty, top of the 9th, 4-4 game. And that's a ground ball up the middle and through. It's a 2-out single for Drax. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game, and the inning will continue here in the top of the 9th for the Avengers. Here's the replay. Again, just a ground ball with eyes. Hits the mound, bounces through. Next up is Don Cheadle. Don is 2 for 3 with a homer, a single, 2 RBIs. Fastball outside, ball 1. So there are 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Runner leads off first. Big lead. Low, 2 balls and no strikes. Cheadle is a switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Atavia. And he's late on the two-seam fastball. Count is 2-1. And he jams him, pops it up in the infield. McNeil makes the catch to retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the ninth. This ball game is tied at 4. So leading off for the Brewers in the bottom of the ninth is Garrett Cooper, who's 1 for 3 with a single. Sam Jackson's still out there pitching. I'm going to check the bullpen. All right-handers. So let's warm up Stanley. See how far I can get with Sam Jackson here in the ninth. Screwball just misses. Looked like it was a strike, but called a ball by the home plate umpire. Count is 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. In there. Count is 1-2. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. It's a walk-off solo home run for Cooper, his first home run of the season. And he wins the game for the Brewers 5-4. So, the Avengers lose. Extra good game. Thank you, Outlander. It's exciting, not happy for the Avengers, but an exciting game. I should have went to the bullpen and brought in the right-hander. I took it for granted that I could get past Cooper, and I paid the price. I was about to say extra innings. Nope. About to say extra innings, but no extra innings in this game. So the Avengers lose the first game of this 3-game set at Miller Park, 5-4. They are 42-26 on the season. Now it's a 2-game losing streak. They started the game 2 games behind the first place Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League West. So if the Dodgers won, they'll be 3 games back in the division now. Obviously, Cooper is the player of the game. Let's go to the scorecard. So, Milwaukee, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Hollywood Avengers, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Dan Atavia pitches that 1 inning, gets the win. Sam Jackson pitches the 1 inning plus, gets the loss. And, of course, Garrett Cooper, with his game-winning home run, is your player of the game. And that has been a broadcast of Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. I wish it could have been a better outcome, but when you play 162 games on YouTube, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. And this is one of those times that I lose. Why'd you drop that like just to be a nice guy anyway? So big thank you to the Outlander for showing up and making comments like always. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. The final here at Miller Park. Milwaukee Brewers win 5-4. I will see you again soon. Take care of yourself and have a great night.